Welcome to Yoga with Dora. Tonight's class is a short and sweet 30-minute class, and our theme is going to be playing with the yin and the yang, the muscular and the feminine, the active and the passive, the sun and the move. All you need, if you have, is a block or any kind of like thicker books or anything in one of the postures at the end, but you don't have to. You can have just the mat and comfortable clothing and be comfortable. Come into a comfortable seated position. Allow yourself to settle here on the mat. Roll the shoulders back, close your eyes and arrive to the mat. Notice how it's almost like an instant feeling that when you arrive to the mat, you come into this introspective mode. You're noticing how the physical body feels, lifting the top of the head up, letting the tailbone release down towards the floor, finding the stability in your pose, but at the same time, there is this lightness, this effortlessness here. Connect with the breath. On the inhalation, feel the whole body expand, the belly rising at the end of the inhalation. And on the exhalation, navel to the spine, releasing, letting go. Taking this opportunity to observe how you're feeling today. Listening to any internal communications relating to your physical body, noticing the depths of the breath, the flow of the breath, and keeping the mind anchored to this observation of the physical body and the breath. Training the mind to become one-pointed. And then bring the hands together, connect the thumbs to the heart center, palms gently touching, already combining the left and the right part of the body, the solar and the lunar energies. Tuning in with the Om mantra 3 times. Making our intention for tonight's class. The theme of the class is balancing the yin and the yang. Noticing already in the Om mantra, like the chanting being the yang, the muscular part here, and in the silence in between the Oms, the yin, the reflection, the turning within. And then relax the hands, open up the eyes, come into the all fours, And we're going to do the postures in pairs, always starting with the yang, a more active pose, but always listen to the body. And then following a more of a passive pose, a yin, when we're holding a posture. Coming to the all fours. We stride directly underneath the shoulders, roll the shoulders open, knees directly underneath the hips, activate the core, lengthen here. And we're going to move into the dynamic cat cow. The inhalation, letting the belly drop down, opening the chest, rolling the shoulders back, looking gently ahead. And on the exhalation, tucking the tailbone under, vertebra by vertebra, creating the cat stretch, letting the head hang at the last. Inhale, open up, expand. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under, navel to the spine. The movement can be small or big. Doing 5 more cycles. Just really listen to your body. Feel this movement, this activation, maybe even a little bit of heat. Exhale, 4. Inhale, open up. Listen to your body. How does it want to move into this pose today? Exhale, 5. 2 more lovely cat cows. One of the best postures to breathe through the whole of the spine. Create this lovely flow of energy. And the last one. Tucking the tailbone under, navel to the spine, stretching, pressing into the head, letting the head hang. Inhale, come back into the neutral spine. Bring the hands a little bit forward, and we're going to slowly come into the puppy pose, resting the forehead to the ground if you can, chest coming towards the ground. The sit bones are in line with the knees. Hips are in line with the knees, and relax in here. You can, of course, come a little bit closer. You can have the block underneath the forehead. Find your puppy pose. Keep the core active here, and just surrender here. 5 deep breaths. Exhale, 3. Just allow the observation of the breath. Notice how you're feeling here. Exhale, 5. Be present. When the pose is still, we can observe what's happening within. Exhale, 7. Inhale, walk the hands back underneath the shoulders a little bit, come forward, and we're going to either come back, so you have 2 options for the yang, for the active part, either tucking the toes under and then coming into plank, and on the exhalation releasing back into down dog, so coming between down dog and the plank, or the plank and reaching back, half plank and reaching back, okay? So anywhere we go 7 cycles. Exhale, keep the core active. Exhale, 2, nice and strong, creating a little bit of fire. 4, 5, really keep that core active. 6, And 7. Bring the knees down. Sit back into your child's pose, either with the knees together or knees separated. Relax the forehead, hands are reaching forward. 7 deep breaths. If you want, you can have the arms by the side of the body, palms facing upwards. Feel this massage of the internal organs with the breath. Surrender into your child's pose. Folding within. Noticing how this tiny bit of activation of the fire, how does it affect the breath? How does it feel now to come to the stillness? Where do you find the breath easier? Where you're in the yang state or the yin state? Where can you keep the mind more one-pointed? When your physical body is active, or when you're in the restorative, more static pose. Exhale 6. Exhale 7. Inhale, walk the hands to the knees. Make your way up into the all fours and the downward facing dog. And walk the hands back to the feet. Bend the knees deeply if you wish to let the head hang. And on the inhalation, bend knees, come up into a nice big stretch all the way up. Exhale, bring the arms back. So we're going to have 7 dynamic stretches from coming up to the mountain position, reaching the arms up, and on the exhalation coming down all the way into the forward fold. So wherever that journey is for you, okay? You can have the legs bent because we're going to have 7 active ones. Let's start together. Inhale. Exhale, release forward. Inhale, extend up. Exhale, navel to the spine, release. Bend the knees if you wish to keep that spine straight. Exhale, 3. Exhale, 4. Exhale, 5. Exhale, 6. Exhale, 7. Relax in here. Bend the knees if you wish to. Just really relax the chest on the thighs. Interlace the hands at the elbows and just hang here. Feel the length in the spine. Surrender your head. 7 deep breaths in Uttanasana. If it's too much for your blood pressure, you can come a little bit higher so you're not letting the head hang. But if you're okay with your head, gentle inversion, head being lower than the heart, and the sit bones, just surrender here. Exhale, 4. Feel that the spine is getting longer and longer, and you just surrender here. Exhale, 6. Exhale, 7. Inhale, come up halfway, look up, lengthen, Exhale, bend the knees and come down into a seated position. Stretch the legs in front of you. Nice straight spine. Activate the core, lengthen up. You can have the hands resting on the thighs next to you. On the inhalation, we're gonna bring the right leg in, drop it out, bring it back, extend, okay? For 7 times. You can have the hands behind as well, but keep this lift in the core and the chest. Inhale, bring the right leg in, drop it out. Exhale, release. That's 1. Nice and controlled movement. Breathe into this pose. 2. Drop it out. Only bring the leg in until you feel comfortable. 3. So if you want, you just drop it bring it in a little bit, drop it out and release it. 4. Or you can bring as close as you can, then drop it out, bring it in. 5, I think. Inhale. 6. And the last one. 7. Inhale, bring the right leg in, drop it out. Now come back into the lengthened spine, check in with that leg if you want to have it a little bit by the calf or by the inner thighs. We're going to come into the yin pose, folding forward from here. Inhale, lift and lengthen, and on the exhalation, come into the forward fold over that left leg. 7 deep breath. If you can reach the outside edges of the foot, do so, or you can even hold the wrist in front. Just make sure that you're nice and comfortable, and you're just surrendering here. Exhale 4. Exhale 5. Exhale 7. Slowly walk back, lengthen up here. We're going to come into the dynamic pose, which is going to be lifting the hip and the chest extension. So the right hand will come behind, and we're on the inhalation, we open up and come back. So this can be just a tiny lift or all the way. Inhale, extend the arms up, open. Exhale, release back. 2, nice and active core. 3, 4. Inhale, lift, activate the core. 5, 6, and just one more. 7. Slowly come back. Now turn towards the right knee, and we're going to relax the head either on the thigh, calf, wherever you feel comfortable, and we're going to rest the left side of the face on the left hand, left palm, like a little cup, and we're going to extend the right arm up, and we're going to release into this opening, into this side bend. So feel the chest opening here. Hips are nice and relaxed here. 7 breaths here. Feeling the stretch on the whole of the right side. Lengthening, surrendering here. Exhale. You can relax the hand down, that right hand, or you can extend it. You can go a little bit deeper. If it doesn't feel comfortable, you can just rest that left hand down and even reach the toes. Just keep opening up in the chest, breathing deeply. Exhale, 5. Exhale, 6. Feel that lovely stretch on the whole of the right side. And 7. With control, slowly extend up and come back. And then extend the right leg up. Take a moment to reflect what you feel between the two sides. Do you maybe feel the yin and the yang between the two sides, one being light and the other being a little bit darker? Do you feel one being full of energy, other being a little bit dull? You don't have to, not putting it in your head, just observe. Let's go to the other side. Hands can come behind, extend up, bring the left leg in, drop it out. 1. 6 more times. So keep lengthening the spine, active core. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Bring that left leg in, drop it out to the side, Janu Shirshasana. And just lengthen here. Prepare for your forward fold. And on the exhalation, forward fold. So remember to lengthen the spine and only come forward as much as your body allows. Surrendering into this forward fold. Folding the body at the hips. Relaxing into it. Just letting the breath guide you through the pause. Notice if you are still in yang mode, do you want to just push through it? Or can you come into the yin mode when you're just surrendering and letting the pause, breath by breath, to go where it wants to go? Exhale, 4. Exhale, 5. Exhale, 7. Slowly rise up with control, preparing for the chest opening, active core, lifting up. Inhale, reach and extend that right arm up. And on the exhalation, slowly come down. So remember, you can come up as high as you wish to or stay as low as you wish to. 5 more. Extend the heart, lengthen the core. Exhale, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Preparing for your side bend. Turn towards that left leg. Right hand comes on the thigh or the shin, resting the right side of the face. Inhaling, extending that left arm up and coming into your side bend, stacking the shoulders on top of each other, breathing deeply. Exhale, 4. Exhale, 5. Exhale, 7. Inhale slowly with awareness. Come up, lengthen up. Turn back to the center, extend the legs away. Coming back down, I show you the next one. So we're going to come down lying on the floor and we bring the thumbs underneath the sit bones. We're going to have a little bit of more core activation. So we're going to bring the legs down and back. Okay, whatever you can. Doesn't have to be very low, just go until you feel comfortable. Okay, inhale, exhale, release. Keep the lower back down, activate the core, chin slightly tucked in. 3, 4, pressing the lower back down. 5, 6, nice and strong, and 7. And now bring the knees in, hug the knees in, chin tucked in, make yourself into a tiny ball. Lengthen the spine here. 7 deep breaths. Exhale 2. Exhale 3. 4. 5. Massaging the internal organs. And then bring the knees in, hugging, and then releasing the leg, coming into the bridge pose. So we're going to have 7 bridge rolls, and then that's where you can come in with the block, because we're going to hold the bridge with the supportive. So you can just either have the hands underneath making a little cup, or you can have the block. Bring the chin in and come into your 7 bridge rolls. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, relax. On the inhalation, press the soles of the feet down, activate the core, nice and active. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Come up. Put either with the palms, make a little crater if you don't have the block. But if you do have the block, bring the block and just put it at the base of the lower back. So your lower back just rolls down nice and comfortable, and just relax here. Close your eyes and surrender. Letting the feet feel connected to the mat. Letting the hips be nice and open. Softening the core. Letting the chest open, relax. Chin tucked in, massaging the neck. Head relaxing. Just allowing yourself to completely surrender into yin part of the bridge pose. exhale, 5. Exhale, 7. Lift the hip a little bit, maybe come up on the tiptoes to lift the hip. Release the block and come down vertebra by vertebra, nice and slow. Free the shoulder blades. Let the legs drop in towards each other. Rest the hands on the belly. Constructive rest. Chin tucked in. Just take a few deep breaths in here. Noticing the rising and falling of the belly. Now extend the legs away, coming into Shavasana. Stretch the feet away, stretch the arms away. Palms facing up. Let the whole body surrender on the mat. Notice the point where the body sinks into the floor when it keeps this gentle contact with the mat. Allow yourself to feel those points. Notice how the front body opens up. Just allow yourself to settle here only a few moments. Integrating our practice from tonight. Balancing activity and reflection. The sun and the moon. The masculine and the feminine side. Enjoying the breath. The breath includes the yin and the yang. Every single breath. The inhalation is the receiving, the activating, the warming. The exhalation is the letting go, relaxing, cooling. If you want to, you're more than welcome to stay in Shavasana. Or if you want to come out, just create a little gentle movement in the fingers and the toes, ankles and the wrists. Bending the knees once more. Turning to the right side into the fetal position. Supporting yourself on the right arm, bringing the knees in. And then whenever you're ready, using the hand and the elbow to come up to a seated position. Into our closing cross-legged position, bringing the hand to the heart, going back where we started. Allowing any little adjustment in the physical body, touching the thumbs to the heart center, and just having a reflection on the physical body, the breath, and the mind. And then bringing the palms together, creating heat. And then covering the eyes with the palms, blinking into the palms. And then finally separating the fingers, letting the light in. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.